This is a tutorial for a Saturday Sampler block called Contrary Wife. And this is a really simple block. You'll do great on it. The first part that you're going to do is you're going to foundation paper piece these 4 strips. And the strips on the paper are labeled with the color and the number that you sew the pieces on. Then you're going to trim them and take off the paper and set them aside. Then you're going to make the center. And for the center, you're going to make sure that this first square is cut to the right size. And I tell you that in the pattern. So the first thing you're going to have is this green square, and then you're going to sew on 2 of the triangles on opposite sides of the square. Press the seams towards the triangles, and then sew on the last 2 triangles and press out toward the triangles. Now is when you're going to need a square and a square ruler. And for that, you are going to want to use one of these rulers. So I want you to just look at this angle. That's the thing that you're looking for on your ruler. This is a 4.5 by 12.5, and it has that angle. This one is a 6.5 by 12.5, and here's that right angle and 90-degree square corner with a 1/4 of an inch added. This is the part that you want to look for to make sure that that is on your ruler. Here's another ruler that works. That's a 4.5 by 6.5, and I want to show you what doesn't work. So usually a square-shaped ruler has this nice angle going through the middle, but it doesn't add that 1/4 inch seam of the right angle with the seam added on top. So get a ruler that you know has that right angle with the 1/4 inch seam. Now we just sewed on, and I'm going to turn this way so that we're pretending that the red is not there. So you've got 4 dark teal corners sewn onto this green square, and you're going to square off each side. So you're going to line up the seam of the square right there, and then you'll trim each side, and that adds that 1/4 inch seam allowance that is then sewn into your next seam. So you're going to square off all 4 sides by lining up that angle, and make sure that your 1/4 of an inch on your ruler is hanging out past the corner. Okay, then this unit is going to be the right size. So then you're going to sew 2 triangles on, press out towards the triangles, sew the last 2 triangles on and press them out. Now this is too big. And so you're going to now trim off the same way that you did before. So you're going to line up the sewn seam on that right angle, and you're going to have a 1/4 of an inch past, and you're going to trim off all 4 sides. Okay, then you're going to get your 2 shorter pieces, and you're going to just do right sides together, sew them and flip them, pretend that the paper's off of these. And so you'll sew those on, and then your block should match this exact length after we get the seams off of here, and you'll sew on the last 2 sides. And that is the Contrary Wife block. Should measure 8.5 inches when you're all done.